Hi people, this is the first of what I hope will be a series of videos on important or valuable songs and music for myself, and I hope also for other people in the Lighthouse and elsewhere, anyone really who wants to put on record the effect, the important effect that a piece of music has had on them spiritually. And for me, I'm going to say my first piece of music today is something from Handel's Messiah, the oratorio, which means an oratorio is where you have soloists, choir and orchestra all working together to produce an oration. And it's a piece of music that means a lot to millions of us. It's a wonderful exposition of Jesus's life, work and ministry, and the unusual thing about it is that it's all based on Old Testament texts, showing how Jesus is the Messiah that was promised, and how all those different passages find their fulfillment in some way or another in what Jesus achieved and will achieve in the future. I suppose the part of the Messiah everyone remembers is the Hallelujah chorus, famous because when King George III, I think it was, saw the performance, he was so moved by the time the oratorio reached the point of celebration, the Hallelujah chorus, that he actually stood up, because he was, I think, saying, well, I'm in the presence of a greater king. Well, if King George stood up, of course, everyone else had to stand up. So the tradition arose that when the Hallelujah chorus comes on, and I think it's where it's King of Kings and Lord of Lords, everybody stands up. And I think that's a wonderful tradition. I remember the first time, I think it was the first time Handel's Messiah had ever been heard live in Maiduguri in northern Nigeria. A very gifted musical family from Kano had come across and rehearsed with the excellent choir at the Chapel of Grace in the university, and they did Handel's Messiah, and of course a lot of the people there hadn't heard anything like it. For a lot of them it took them, I think, at least half an hour to even get into it. It was just so foreign and weird, but I think it had a very good effect, and I congratulate the people who arranged that, the choir and the soloists and the musicians. Anyway, back to the story. The part of Handel's Messiah which affects me most is not so much the Hallelujah chorus, although it does create a lump in the throat. I think for me it's that moment when a solo tenor voice does that cry from Isaiah, "Comfort ye my people." It's not so loud, it's just one man singing in a fairly high tenor voice, and it sounds to me a bit like birdsong. The way in which the intervals are spaced and the way it's timed. "Comfort ye my people." I won't try to sing it. At the end of this video I'm going to put in a link to someone who can sing it properly. But see if you can hear, as I always hear, birdsong. "Comfort ye my people." And comfort in the Bible, as I'm sure you know, doesn't just mean, put your arm around their shoulder and say they're there. There is that element of simple reassurance, but mainly comfort my people means give them fresh strength, and the way you give people fresh strength in the Bible is usually by giving them fresh hope. We hope in God, and the way it works is the next line is, "Every valley shall be exalted, and the high places shall be made low." Now this is not really about earth moving, of course. This is saying that those people who were lowly, perhaps even despised, are going to be lifted up, whereas those who are the high people, who often are arrogant, are going to be brought down. There's going to be a great equalization, or possibly even a great reversal, when Jesus comes to judge. One of his favourite slogans was, "The first shall be last and the last shall be first." That's what Jesus liked to say, and he applied that slogan in various ways. But the thing that all of those ways have in common is things are going to be set right. Those people who are devalued now will be properly valued. Those people who are overvalued now will be reassessed and brought down. It's about justice and judgment, and that's comforting. It's comforting because we know that eventually the just God will do justice. We know that eventually things will be restored in a way which will make them right. And that's a comfort. And the message to the prophet is, tell my people this. Let them know. Let the world know that a time is going to come when there's a great reversal, a great equalization, and a great renewal of justice. And that's why we should be comforted by that possibility. Now, it was a long time between that announcement and Jesus coming. And it's still being a long time since Jesus' first coming and the time when all the valleys are exalted and the high places are laid low. But the process will happen. It's happening already. One of the things I think that is most important in the Christian church is that everyone gets real value. Everyone is treated with real value, because we serve a God who is going to exalt the humble and bring down the proud. So it's comforting, isn't it? Things will be set right. In the meantime, we have to bear with the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, put up with people in government who are obviously not fit to rule. We have to put up with bad luck of all sorts. We have to face the fact that most of us will die in obscurity and be forgotten by everyone except God. So comfort ye my people. A time is coming when the low places will be exalted, when the high places will be brought low. Anyway, after this chat, there's a link going straight on to a YouTube video of that great song, and see if you can hear that note of, as I say, bird song, I would say, in the opening couple of lines, and then that wonderful reassurance that God is going to put things right. Anyway, that's why this song means a lot to me personally, and I hope you'll understand why now that I've told you. I hope to do a few more of these videos, and I'd be very interested in any person who wants to give testimony about a piece of music that has in any way fed their souls. Anyway, bye for now and be blessed.